Hey ladies, welcome back to my channel. We're going to start this look off by priming our eyelids with a bit of concealer. The concealer that I'm using is by NYX. It's in the pot and it's in the shade number 4. I'm going to blend out that concealer with my finger. You want to make sure that you blend it out with your finger because it's going to warm up the product and it's going to make it distribute all over the eyelid and up to the brow bone easily. After we completely blend out the concealer, we're going to set it with a little bit of face powder. The face powder that I used was the L'Oreal True Match Super Blendable Powder in the shade N6.5 Golden Beige. After we're done setting our concealer, we are going to move on to our transition shade. Sorry about that. The shade I'm using is, of course, Coconut Husk by Coastal Scents. I am dusting this into my crease, making sure that it's on my crease. Oh my god, I cannot talk today, but I'm not being too precise with it. Next, I'm going to take that concealer again and I'm just going to apply this on my eyelid. We want to create a semi-cut crease with this. We then want to, again, blend that concealer out with our fingers because it's going to warm up the product and make it a little bit more tacky for our pigment to go onto. Next, I'm going to take the L'Oreal Infallible's pigment in the shade Eternal Sunshine. I'm just packing that on with my finger. I am making sure to pack on some of the pigment into my inner tear duct. Next, I'm going to take that same blending brush and further blend out that crease area to make sure that we don't have any harsh lines. Next, I'm just going to reapply some of that pigment. I reapplied this pigment about 3 or 4 times during the application of this eye look because it wasn't coming out as vibrant as I wanted it to. I'm going to go back in with that blending brush, but this time I'm going to pick up a little bit of chocolatier for some added warmth. Next, I'm going to take a mixture of Deep Roast and Incognito by Coastal Scents, and I'm going to apply this directly onto my crease with a tapered pointed crease brush. Ladies, do not be afraid to blend this color out. It is going to take a while to blend out because it is black. You don't want to take away too much of the intensity, but you do want to blend it so that it is a seamless look. Now I'm just going to go back in with more of that pressed pigment, and I'm going to again pack that onto my eyelid area. And again, we're going to blend out that crease. Next, I'm going to apply my brow bone highlight color. The color I used is an e.l.f. single eyeshadow in the shade Buttercream. Off camera, I applied my wing liner. The eyeliner I used was NYC Liquid Liner. Now for my lower lash line, I just took a mixture of Deep Roast and Chocolatier and applied this to my lower lash line. I then blended it out with a little bit of coconut husk. Off camera, I'm going to apply some black liner into my waterline. Moving on to the face, the foundation I used was Covergirl Outlast Fabulous 3-in-1 foundation. I think that's what it's called. And this foundation is a bit dark for me. It oxidizes about 2 shades darker than my skin tone, but it looks really pretty on and it gives me a really flawless look. I'm just buffing that in with an e.l.f. powder brush. For my highlight, I use the Rimmel Match Perfection concealer in the shade 430 Medium. And I'm just applying this under my eyes, my forehead, Cupid's bow, chin, and the bridge of my nose. I know that the application on my nose came out a bit crooked, but that is okay. I did clean it up afterwards. I'm also going to apply a little bit concealer by where I contour to give me a stronger jaw construction look, I guess. I'm going to blend this out with a really terrible blending sponge. My dog chewed my favorite one that I did have from Kohl's. I can't even remember which brand it was, but this is just a Target blending sponge and it really, really sucks. But I just used it for the sake of this video. After, I'm going to bronze up my skin with the Jane Cosmetics matte bronzer in the shade Give. It's a reddish toned bronzer. I don't know. I really like the red tones, but then I don't because they make me look a little muddy sometimes, but it's alright for this video. And you guys, let me know if you want to see an eyebrow routine. I will definitely film that for you. I don't know, my brow game is kind of off point sometimes. Eyebrows are not on fleek right now. But be sure to thumbs up this video if you want to see that. I am dusting away the powder that I used to set under my eyes. The powder I used was the e.l.f. HD setting powder in the shade in Corrective Yellow. I'm going to further contour with the e.l.f. contour kit in Turks and Caicos. I took a very, very little bit of it because it's really, really dark. And that really, really makes me muddy if I use too much of it. But it's really pretty. I don't like it that much because it has some gold reflex in it and it's not flattering sometimes. Next, I'm going to add my highlight. I actually used the pigment that I used on my lids for my highlight today because it was a really pretty iridescent gold color, and it's kind of the highlight I wanted at the time. So I'm just taking some of that on an e.l.f. Flawless Concealer brush and dusting that on the high points of my cheeks. And down the bridge of my nose and a little bit on my Cupid's bow. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thumbs up if you did. And I will have another video posted for you guys tomorrow. I did not forget about you guys. And I'll see you next time.